Top 30 Supply Chain Planner Interview Questions and Answers. The role of a supply chain planner is vital in ensuring seamless operations, efficient forecasting, and optimal inventory management within an organization. Interview preparation is crucial to showcase your ability to manage demand planning, supplier coordination, and logistics optimization. In this guide, we present the top 30 supply chain planner interview questions with detailed answers. These responses highlight the critical skills and knowledge required to succeed in this dynamic and competitive field. 1. Can you describe the role of a supply chain planner? A supply chain planner ensures products are delivered on time by balancing demand forecasts with supply capabilities. They coordinate with procurement, production, and logistics teams to align planning activities. Their responsibilities include demand forecasting, capacity planning, inventory optimization, and supplier collaboration. Additionally, they analyze data to identify inefficiencies and implement strategies for improvement. This role requires strong analytical skills, attention to detail, and communication abilities to support business goals while maintaining customer satisfaction and cost efficiency. 2. How do you approach demand forecasting? I use both quantitative and qualitative forecasting methods to create accurate demand plans. Quantitative methods include analyzing historical sales data, market trends, and seasonality, while qualitative methods involve gathering input from sales, marketing, and customers. I often leverage forecasting tools and ERP systems to model demand scenarios. Collaboration across departments ensures alignment, while continuous monitoring and adjustment improve accuracy. My goal is to balance service levels with inventory costs, ensuring the supply chain remains agile and responsive. 3. What tools and software do you use for supply chain planning? I am proficient in ERP systems like SAP, Oracle, and JD Edwards, along with advanced planning tools such as Kinaxis, Blue Yonder, and O9. For forecasting and analytics, I use Excel, Power BI, and Tableau to visualize trends and support decision-making. These tools streamline planning processes, enhance collaboration, and improve forecast accuracy. Familiarity with automation and AI-driven planning solutions also helps in increasing efficiency, optimizing inventory, and reducing costs while ensuring customer satisfaction across the supply chain. 4. How do you manage inventory levels effectively? I manage inventory levels by balancing demand forecasts with supply capabilities, ensuring stock availability without overstocking. I use safety stock calculations, ABC analysis, and reorder point systems to prioritize critical items. Continuous monitoring of inventory turnover and lead times helps optimize replenishment cycles. Collaboration with suppliers ensures timely deliveries, while demand variability is managed through flexible planning. Regular data analysis allows me to reduce carrying costs while maintaining optimal stock levels to meet customer needs effectively. 5. How do you handle supply chain disruptions? When facing disruptions, I focus on quick problem identification, effective communication, and contingency planning. I assess the root cause, whether supplier issues, transportation delays, or demand fluctuations, and implement alternatives, such as secondary suppliers or alternate shipping methods. I also maintain safety stock for critical items to reduce risk. Proactive scenario planning and risk assessment help me anticipate challenges. By maintaining flexibility and building resilient supplier relationships, I minimize disruptions and ensure business continuity under unexpected circumstances. 6. Can you explain your experience with supplier collaboration? I believe supplier collaboration is essential for ensuring reliability and efficiency in the supply chain. I maintain open communication channels with suppliers to share demand forecasts, production schedules, and quality expectations. Regular performance reviews and supplier scorecards help identify areas for improvement. I also work closely with suppliers on joint problem-solving and cost reduction initiatives. Building trust fosters long-term partnerships, ensuring consistent supply, reduced risks, and enhanced responsiveness to changes in market or customer demand. 7. How do you balance cost efficiency with customer satisfaction? Balancing cost efficiency with customer satisfaction requires strategic planning and prioritization. I optimize inventory levels, streamline processes, and leverage data analytics to reduce costs. At the same time, I ensure service levels are met by aligning demand planning with supply capabilities. Clear communication with stakeholders and suppliers ensures expectations are realistic. By focusing on continuous improvement and process automation, I strike the right balance between controlling costs and delivering excellent service to customers. 8. How do you ensure data accuracy in planning? Accurate data is the foundation of effective planning. I implement data validation processes, regularly review inputs, and cross-check data from multiple sources. By working closely with IT and operations teams, I ensure system data integrity. I also use automated reporting tools to minimize errors and improve accuracy. Regular training sessions for stakeholders help reduce manual input errors. With these measures, I maintain reliable data, which enables better decision-making and more accurate demand and supply planning. 9. Describe a time you improved the supply chain process. In a previous role, I noticed frequent stockouts due to inaccurate demand forecasts. I introduced a collaborative forecasting process involving the sales and marketing teams to integrate market intelligence with data analysis. Additionally, I implemented an automated reporting system to track forecast accuracy. This reduced stockouts by 30% and improved customer satisfaction. By encouraging cross-functional collaboration and leveraging technology, I streamlined the process and ensure the company maintained optimal inventory while reducing excess costs. 10. What strategies do you use for demand-supply alignment? I align demand and supply by integrating forecasting, capacity planning, and inventory management. I regularly review demand signals and adjust production schedules accordingly. Collaborating with suppliers and manufacturing teams ensures supply flexibility. I also use S&OP, sales and operations planning, to align stakeholders on demand forecasts and supply constraints. Scenario analysis helps evaluate potential disruptions, while buffer stock for critical items reduce risks. This structured approach ensures balance, preventing shortages or excesses while meeting business objectives. 11. How do you measure supply chain performance? I use key performance indicators, KPIs, such as forecast accuracy, inventory turnover, service levels, on-time delivery, and order fulfillment rates. Monitoring these KPIs helps identify strengths and weaknesses in the supply chain. I also track supplier performance using scorecards and assess cost-to-serve metrics to ensure efficiency. Regular reviews with cross-functional teams ensure transparency and accountability. By continuously measuring and analyzing performance, I drive improvements that enhance responsiveness, reduce costs, and increase customer satisfaction across the supply chain. 12. What is your approach to safety stock management? I determine safety stock levels by analyzing demand variability, lead time fluctuations, and service level requirements. I use statistical models and tools to calculate optimal buffer levels that minimize stockouts without inflating carrying costs. I also collaborate with suppliers and logistics teams to reduce lead times, which allows for lower safety stock requirements. Regular reviews of demand patterns and market changes ensure safety stock remains relevant, keeping operations stable while maintaining inventory efficiency. 13. How do you handle conflicting priorities in planning? When faced with conflicting priorities, I evaluate them based on business impact, urgency, and alignment with strategic objectives. I collaborate with stakeholders to discuss trade-offs and reach consensus. Effective communication ensures transparency and helps manage expectations. I rely on data-driven insights to make balanced decisions that minimize risk. Additionally, I use S&OP meetings to align cross-functional teams, ensuring that the chosen priorities support both customer satisfaction and overall cost efficiency for the business. 14. How do you approach capacity planning? I start capacity planning by analyzing demand forecasts and comparing them against current production and supplier capabilities. I identify potential bottlenecks and collaborate with operations to adjust schedules or increase resources. Flexibility is key, so I also develop contingency plans, such as outsourcing or adding shifts when demand spikes. Regular reviews of capacity utilization and efficiency ensure continuous improvement. This proactive approach minimizes disruptions, optimizes resources, and ensures the company meets demand effectively and efficiently. 15. How do you work with cross-functional teams? I collaborate with cross-functional teams by fostering open communication and aligning goals. For example, I work with sales to understand demand signals, procurement to secure materials, operations to schedule production, and logistics to coordinate deliveries. I value diverse perspectives as they lead to stronger solutions. Regular meetings, S&OP sessions, and shared KPIs ensure alignment. By building trust and maintaining transparency, I strengthen collaboration, enabling smoother processes and more efficient supply chain performance across the organization. 16. What role does sustainability play in supply chain planning? Sustainability is increasingly critical in supply chain planning. I incorporate eco-friendly practices by optimizing transportation routes to reduce emissions, sourcing from environmentally responsible suppliers, and minimizing waste through lean inventory practices. I also support the use of recyclable packaging and encourage suppliers to adopt sustainable standards. Sustainability not only meets regulatory requirements, but also improves brand reputation and customer loyalty. Integrating these practices into supply chain strategies helps balance profitability with environmental and social responsibility. 17. How do you analyze and use historical data? I use historical data to identify patterns, seasonality, and demand trends which form the basis for forecasting. By analyzing sales history alongside market factors, promotions, and economic shifts, I develop more accurate projections. Historical performance data also highlights inefficiencies, such as stockouts or excess inventory. I incorporate advanced analytics tools to visualize these trends and share insights with stakeholders. Leveraging historical data allows for proactive planning, better decision-making, and continuous improvement of supply chain strategies. 18. How do you manage long lead times in supply chains? Managing long lead times requires careful planning and supplier collaboration. I forecast demand well in advance and share projections with suppliers to secure capacity. Safety stock and buffer inventory strategies are used for critical items. I also diversify sourcing by working with multiple suppliers and consider nearshoring where feasible. Regular updates with suppliers help track progress and adjust plans. By maintaining transparency and flexibility, I mitigate risks and ensure long lead items do not disrupt supply. 19. How do you ensure alignment between procurement and planning? I maintain alignment between procurement and planning through regular communication and data sharing. By providing procurement teams with accurate demand forecasts, they can secure materials on time and at the best cost. I also collaborate on supplier selection, ensuring they meet capacity and lead time requirements. Regular cross-functional meetings align priorities, minimize risks, and address challenges proactively. This integrated approach ensures seamless operations, cost savings, and stronger supplier relationships that benefit the overall supply chain. 20. What is your approach to sales and operations planning S&OP? I view S&OP as a critical process for aligning supply chain activities with business objectives. I lead collaborative meetings with sales, marketing, finance, and operations to review forecasts, supply constraints, and business goals. Data-driven insights are presented to support decision-making and consensus building. Scenario planning is also incorporated to evaluate risks. The result is a unified plan that balances demand, supply, and financial targets, ensuring the company achieves growth while maintaining efficient supply chain performance. 21. How do you manage supply chain risks? I manage risks by identifying potential vulnerabilities, such as supplier dependency, demand fluctuations, or logistical bottlenecks. I conduct risk assessments and implement mitigation strategies, including dual sourcing safety stock and alternate transportation modes. I also build strong supplier relationships to improve resilience and transparency. Scenario planning and monitoring external factors, such as geopolitical shifts or natural disasters, help me anticipate disruptions. With these strategies, I ensure continuity, minimize financial impact, and maintain service levels effectively. 22. How do you use KPIs in your role? KPIs are essential for monitoring performance and driving improvements. I focus on metrics like forecast accuracy, inventory turnover, service levels, on-time delivery, and cost to serve. By tracking these KPIs, I gain insights into efficiency and identify areas needing attention. I share KPI reports with stakeholders during review meetings to ensure transparency and accountability. Continuous monitoring allows me to adjust plans quickly. Using KPIs as benchmarks ensures the supply chain remains efficient, cost-effective, and customer-focused. 23. How do you manage excess inventory? I address excess inventory by analyzing root causes, such as inaccurate forecasts or order changes. I collaborate with sales and marketing to implement promotions or discounts to clear stock. I also review planning processes to improve future accuracy. Working with suppliers to adjust minimum order quantities and lead times helps reduce overstocking. Additionally, I track slow-moving items through ABC analysis and implement corrective actions. This proactive approach minimizes costs while freeing up capital for better resource allocation. 24. How do you approach continuous improvement in supply chain planning? Continuous improvement is key to efficient supply chain planning. I regularly review processes, KPIs, and stakeholder feedback to identify inefficiencies. I adopt lean methodologies to eliminate waste and use Six Sigma tools for process optimization. I also explore technology solutions like automation and AI to improve accuracy and speed. Encouraging a culture of collaboration and innovation ensures the team remains adaptable. By prioritizing improvement, I strengthen supply chain resilience, reduce costs, and enhance overall business performance. 25. How do you communicate complex supply chain data to stakeholders? I simplify complex data by using clear visuals, dashboards, and summary reports tailored to stakeholder needs. For executives, I focus on high-level trends and KPIs, while operational teams receive detailed data for execution. I use tools like Power BI and Tableau for interactive reporting, making data easy to understand and actionable. Clear, concise communication ensures alignment across departments, helps decision-making, and strengthens collaboration. By translating data into insights, I enable stakeholders to make informed business decisions. 26. How do you adapt plans to sudden changes in demand? I adapt by closely monitoring market signals, customer feedback, and sales trends. When demand shifts suddenly, I collaborate with production and suppliers to adjust output. Safety stock and flexible contracts provide a buffer for unexpected spikes. I also use real-time data and advanced planning systems to reforecast quickly. Effective communication with stakeholders ensures expectations are managed. By maintaining agility and proactive contingency plans, I respond efficiently to demand fluctuations without disrupting supply chain performance. 27. How do you handle pressure and tight deadlines in planning? I stay calm under pressure by prioritizing tasks, leveraging data-driven decision-making, and maintaining clear communication with teams. I break complex challenges into manageable steps and set realistic timelines. Collaboration ensures quick problem-solving, while planning buffers like safety stock reduce last-minute crises. I also rely on technology for real-time tracking and adjustments. By staying organized and resilient, I manage tight deadlines effectively, ensuring supply chain continuity and minimizing disruptions even under demanding circumstances. 28. How do you integrate technology into supply chain planning? Technology enhances efficiency and accuracy in planning. I use ERP and advanced planning systems for real-time visibility, automation, and collaboration across departments. Predictive analytics and AI tools help refine demand forecasts and optimize inventory. I also rely on dashboards for data visualization and performance tracking. By adopting digital solutions, I reduce manual errors, improve responsiveness, and strengthen decision-making. Embracing technology ensures the supply chain remains agile, scalable, and aligned with evolving business and customer needs. 29. How do you ensure compliance in supply chain planning? Compliance involves adhering to company policies, industry regulations, and international trade requirements. I work closely with procurement and logistics teams to ensure suppliers meet quality, ethical, and legal standards. I track documentation for imports and exports, ensuring customs and regulatory compliance. Regular audits and supplier assessments help minimize risks. By staying updated on industry regulations and maintaining thorough documentation, I ensure smooth operations while avoiding penalties, protecting the company's reputation, and building stakeholder trust. 30. Why should we hire you as a supply chain planner? You should hire me because I bring a blend of strong analytical skills, hands-on experience, and collaborative leadership. My expertise in demand forecasting, inventory optimization, and supplier management enables me to deliver efficient, cost-effective supply chain solutions. I leverage technology to improve accuracy and ensure agility in planning. Beyond technical skills, I am proactive, adaptable, and committed to continuous improvement. My goal is to contribute to your organization's success by driving operational excellence and customer satisfaction. Preparing for a supply chain planner interview requires a strong understanding of forecasting, inventory control, supplier collaboration, and process optimization. The answers provided in this guide highlight key skills, such as problem solving, data analysis, and cross-functional teamwork. By reviewing these common questions and practicing your responses, you can approach interviews with confidence. Employers seek candidates who balance efficiency with customer satisfaction, and showcasing your expertise in these areas will help you stand out as a strong candidate.